The new Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves trailer just dropped, and it has some interesting new weapons, and I like to talk about weapons because I'm Marcus, so I'm going to do that. First off is the great Michelle Rodriguez with this flaming axe. Now, the size in itself looks a bit bigger than what was used historically, however, I think it would be quite functional as an axe. Next up is this man from Bridgerton with what I first thought was, just a regular flaming and or holy sword, but given that he's a paladin, it could quite possibly be a smite spell, which is pretty cool because smites are great. And the sword itself seemed like an average longsword up until he did this, shooting the sword and crossguard out like an arrow. Now this is definitely possible. We could build a sword that does that. I mean, we have ballistic knives. However, the question would be, how effective of a sword would it be? Because swords generally have the steel from the blade, and that steel goes into the hilt. That's the tang, and that's where you hold it. That gives the blade a lot of structural integrity. However, with two pieces that are meant to come apart, that would prove pretty difficult. It's cool that it leaves him with a dagger, though. Lastly is this character with a curved sword with a forked tip. Now this definitely is unorthodox, however it looks incredibly similar to the Islamic Zulfiqar sword that was given to the Prophet Muhammad. Which, it's cool that it has a backing in history, however that gives rise to some potentially problematic issues. Now I'd like to think that, they just wanted to make it look like a snake's forked tongue thing. However, making an evil person's sword, judging from the context of the trailer, look a lot like an influential sword to Islamic culture does seem kind of problematic, especially given, the coding that has gone on a lot in Hollywood of Islamic people. So the trailer has a lot of other cool stuff. It really gives a Dungeons & Dragons vibe. However, we'll see.